Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about how to write the perfect executive summary for your retail store. So if you're looking to open up a retail store or you're writing a business plan for a retail store and need an executive summary, you got to the right video. In this video, I'm going to go over the 8 sections of an executive summary for a retail store, which are your company description, your market research, your industry analysis, your SWOT analysis, your management and organizational plan, your marketing plan, the financial projections, and the conclusion. Notice that that outline is the same exact outline that you would have in a comprehensive business plan, as the executive summary is really just a comprehensive business plan boiled down to 1 or 2 pages. It's also known as a one-page business plan. So let's get into it. The first section is the company description. Now remember, each of these sections are going to be 3 to 4 sentences long, and the total project is going to be 1 to 2 pages for an executive summary. The first paragraph is your company description. In the company description, you want to talk about your retail store's location, as well as the service or products that you're going to sell at this retail store. So if you're a clothing store, discuss what kind of clothes you're going to sell. If you're a store that sells sporting goods, discuss what kind of goods you're going to sell at your store. Also discuss the location or potential location, as well as whether you're an LLC, corporation, or whether you will be an LLC or corporation. And that's it. That's really simple. In the first paragraph, the reader has a clear understanding of exactly what you sell at your retail location and what your retail location motif is kind of going to look like. Okay. The next section is going to be your market research section. And this section is really demographic and geographic based. So if you're opening up a retail store in Tallahassee, Florida, or Houston, Texas, you want to know how many people are in Tallahassee, Florida, how many people are in Houston, Texas, what's their income like, how many men are there, how many women are there, how many kids are there, how many households are there, what's the average income per household. This is all market research, and the reason you have this is because you want to know if your target market is capable of buying your product or service. So you can get most of this information on census.gov. They take a census in the United States every 10 years, and it gives us all the market research we know that we need. Okay, after the market research section, we go into the industry analysis section. In the industry analysis section, we go over what the industry is doing. So if you're a clothing store, you want to talk about what the clothing industry is doing. Are they going more e-commerce? Is retail still alive? If retail is still alive, what hours are they open? What are their profit margins? How many people does it take to run retail operations in a competitor situation? So if you're a sporting good, you want to talk about the sporting goods industry. If you're in clothing, you want to talk about the clothing industry. If you have a retail store for sunglasses, you want to talk about the sunglasses industry. Okay. There's some portals that charge you for this information. Like, for example, I subscribe to IBIS, World Statista, Bloomberg, and they charge me for that information. But you can always just go to a trade publication or search the internet for a good article that gives you that data. Remember, you don't want to make up this information. You want to get this information from somewhere else because it's going to be easier to convince the reader later. Hey, we didn't just make up these projections. We based them on our market research and industry analysis. And if you base your financial projections on your market research and industry analysis with a little bit of your marketing plan, it should give you adequate financial projections. So that's your industry analysis section. After your industry analysis section, you can now develop your SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's a SWOT analysis. So a strength could be, hey, we're going to be located at a mall with strong foot traffic. A weakness could be, hey, we've never opened up a store before, right? Or our supply chain is weak, right? An opportunity could be, hey, we have the opportunity to open up another store, or we have the opportunity to serve women and men. If I'm only starting with women, I could potentially service men later in the retail store. That's an opportunity. And a threat could be there's a lot of potential new businesses getting established, right? Or the supply chain that we have from China could close down because of COVID. That's a threat. The reason you want to explain your weaknesses and threats, and I get this question a lot, is because you want the reader to understand, hey, look, we've thought about the things that could affect our business, and we have contingency plans and plans of actions to plug those holes and solve those problems if they ever come about. After the SWOT analysis section, you're going to get into the management and organizational part of your executive summary. This paragraph is going to talk about all the human resources you need to operate your retail store. So let's say you're at a mall, you're open from 10 to 10 at night, so 12 hours. and you're going to have 2 part-timers every day. You probably need 4 part-timers because they can't work 7 days a week to operate the store. So in that paragraph, you're going to say the store will operate with 1 full-time manager, myself, and 4 part-timers. Right. In this section, you also want to include we may hire contractors for marketing, or we may have somebody part-time for marketing, or we're going to have somebody part-time for accounting. Right. In this paragraph, when they're done reading, they should know every human that's needed to run this retail operation. After the human resources section, also called the management organizational plan section of your executive summary, you're going to get into your marketing plan. In the marketing plan, you want to go over 2 things, 2 main things. In this paragraph, you want to talk about who is your target customer. So if you have a retail store that's geared towards women under the age of 35, you want to say something like, our target market is women under the age of 35, between the ages of 18 and 35. And we plan to reach them via, and then list all the ways you plan to get in front of that customer. So that could include signage at your store. That could include a billboard. That could include Facebook or social media like Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Now make sure you clearly delineate whether you're going to do just organic social media or pay-per-click ads, right? Because on Facebook, you can just post and engage with other people, or you can run ads on Facebook. You can also run ads on television or radio in traditional marketing. There's other methods like influencer marketing now that's taking off. So, for example, partnering with the right celebrities or the right influencers to drive traffic to your retail location. This paragraph is going to state exactly how you're going to market your retail store to your potential customer. After that paragraph is the most important paragraph, or what a lot of people think is the most important paragraph, is your financial projections paragraph. If you're looking to raise capital with this executive summary or give it to an investor, it's very important that you start this paragraph with exactly how much money you need and what you're going to do with that money. After that, you want to go over exactly how much money you think you're going to make and how much you're going to spend year by year or month by month. Now, retail a lot of times deals with seasonality. Sometimes it picks up in December, depending on what store you are. If you're a floral shop, it may pick up during Mother's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc. Right? But generally you just want to talk about how much I'm going to make every year and how much I'm going to spend every year. That way the reader can do the math and understand how much you're going to profit every single year. And those are the 3 big components, right? What you're going to spend to start the business, what you're going to make every year, and what you're going to spend every year. As long as you include those things in there, the reader will get a good idea of the financials of the business. Now, if you're having trouble putting that together, just think about your target market, your market research, and what the industry is doing. If you look at that data long enough, you'll be able to take a strong assumption of what you guys will be able to do by capturing a certain percentage of that market. After the financial projections is the conclusion. This is just going to summarize everything you just said. You're going to double down on your ask. So if you're asking for capital, do it again here. If you're looking to drive a point home in your executive summary, do it again here. End with your value proposition or your strength or exactly what you're looking for from the reader. So if you're looking for $100,000 in the form of a partnership or a loan or a percentage of the business, state that in the last few sentences. And that's it. That's how you write an executive summary for a retail store. I've written over 2,000 comprehensive business plans for clients all over the world. My name is Nicholas Corano. Went to business school, went to law school, worked at Merrill Lynch, worked at the New York Stock Exchange, sit on the board of 2 public companies and several private companies. And I'm a full-time business plan writer. So if you need help, reach out to me to write your business plan. If you thought this video was useful, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share it with somebody that you think it would be of value to. And if you want to continue the conversation, put your questions or comments in the comment section below. I answer everything and I'll get back to you right away. Catch you guys on the next video.